going on, everybody? So today's video, I'm going to be talking about my late Tinder date with Colin Martin on James Corden, which was pretty crazy experience, a lot of fun, super awkward, but yeah, very different than a lot of other things I've done out here. So hope you all enjoy. Here it goes. So a lot of people have asked how I actually got on the show. Honestly, I had a friend who hit me up one day and was like, yo, my friend works at CBS. He works with the talent for the show, and he needs guys. He needs guys to be in this dating segment. And I was like, what? Like, okay, sure, whatever, say yes to the adventure, right? And I get this call from this assistant over at CBS, and she's like, hey, what's up? Is this Connor? She asks me a couple things. She says, are you available on Thursday? And I said yes. And then she asked me, describe your perfect date. So my answer, I like to go on a date with somebody where we can do something cheesy, like go and get like dinner or something. I don't know. I don't even like going to dinner. I think dinner's awkward because you have to sit there and like talk while you're looking at each other, eating food, and it's kind of weird, but like I brought up dinner because I think karaoke's really fun. And I was like, I think perfect date would be someone bringing me to dinner, but also having like karaoke or something, or like mini golf or bowling, I don't know, something like where you can like be doing something while you get to know each other instead of just like sitting across the table from each other talking. Because it can be awkward like on a first date. Another day went by and I finally got an email saying, congratulations, we want to have you on the show. I'm sitting in the waiting room and it's just like this like cute blonde guy comes in. I introduce myself, of course. I'm like, all right, cool, like, oh, some competition, or if not competition, maybe we'll exchange numbers later, whatever. Anyway, then just kind of like cute guy after cute guy kept walking in, and I was like, oh shit. All the contestants have now shown up. Nobody knew who the date was gonna be. Nobody knew who this like guest gay star was gonna be on the show. So we're all just like, oh my God. We're all just going up blindly into this date for him to like pick which one of us, and we have no idea who this guy is. Finally, we're there for the show. It's showtime. We go downstairs, we go back, we wait backstage. We're all in this like long line, and there's like TVs everywhere backstage for us to look at. The stage managers are watching those too. And James Corden walks by us and gives us all high fives, comes by me, gives me a high five, pat on the back, and I'm just kind of like, what? I didn't even recognize who he was, who walked by so quickly, but he is the nicest guy I've ever met. Like the nicest celebrity. Incredible person. And then the show starts, and he has this whole intro, and then there's this montage that starts with the special guest. Oh my God, I forgot his name for a second. Colin Martin. So Colin Martin comes up on this like montage, and I'm watching it, and I'm just like what? Because I was just like, shit, like this guy's hot. I did not expect it to be like a sexy like soccer player gay guy. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but like I didn't expect that. And I was like, finally we get to the Tinder segment, and I just have this little like name tag. Oh, where's my name tag? Where's my name tag? So I go up on stage and I go into the little Tinder square, and I remember I was standing, I had my hands behind my back. They tell you just like stand still, don't like do anything crazy. We don't want anyone to get hurt or break the Tinder square, God forbid. And so I'm standing there, and he like kind of looks at me, and we kind of exchange this like cute little glance with each other. I kind of look at him and like, no, not wink, but like give him like the gay eyes, or I like look at him and kind of look away, and then I look back and like he's still looking in my eyes, and it's like, so James starts making fun of me and saying I just look like a sweet boy who's about to cry, which honestly I kind of did. I think Colin was just like, yeah, I like Connor. Let's swipe right. So yeah, he's looking at the three of us, and then he goes, I want to take Connor on a date. I was so excited. I walked down with my mic. I was supposed to put it down, and then I felt super awkward because I didn't know what to do with it, so I was just holding it. And then he announces that we're going to commercial break, and then the camera follows me and Colin as we're walked down to this hallway in the middle of CBS, backstage to this like date room, and it's just like this white room with four walls, a camera beaming on us, and just like a salad plate on each side, and a glass of wine. Now onto the part that you guys didn't see. So, my date with Colin Martin. My date with Colin was fun. It was kind of awkward. Honestly, Like, I just don't really have that much in common with a soccer player. I thought it was really cute and stuff, but yeah, I've never ever been a fan of soccer in my life. I tried playing it, I've tried watching it, and I just don't watch it. I can't get into it. Anyway, I don't wanna make anybody too angry with that statement. But we started off talking about where we're from. Found out he was from Minnesota, in school studying history, or he either just graduated or he was about to graduate, which I thought was kind of impressive, like being a professional athlete, but also getting his degree. I also found out he was the same age as me. He was 24 as well. I thought he was older. He just seemed like more mature. We started getting into all these really like intense philosophical discussions. Human nature and like the multiverse theory. Enough so that like when they cut back to us on the show, the other guest star there was like, those guys are just trying to sound a lot smarter than they actually are. Which honestly I 100% was doing. And I'm smart, I think. We started talking about history. And he was a history major, so I'm like, oh, well, let me think of times in history that I find interesting. I don't know. And I thought of World War II. I'm like, okay, I really liked studying World War II when I was like in high school. And of course, right when I started talking about that, that's when they cut to us in that little room. That's when they cut to me and Colin's conversation. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just talked about World War II on national television. It's funny, thinking back, it's so hard to remember exactly everything we talked about because it was just so like surreal being on national television on this like this date with this gorgeous like professional athlete, like coming from like 3 or 4 years ago when I wasn't even out of the closet to my parents or my best friends or my sister, to like being on national TV and being on a gay date. Like I felt really confident that, and really fortunate that I was able to be in a situation where I'm accepted enough by the people around me, and I accept myself enough where I can kind of put myself onto a show like that and have an experience like this without feeling worried or ashamed or nervous that like the wrong person might see it. So anyway, before we even could have that many conversations, we were probably back there for 10, 15 minutes. They come back, they bring us back to the stage. They pull us onto the couches, and that was cool because it was me and James and then Colin sitting on the couch, and the three of us were just sitting there talking, and I was like, oh my God, I'm just having a conversation with James Corden. This is insane. The cameras come back on, so he asks us if we would go on another date with each other. We both say yes. The show ends, we go backstage. Vanessa Hudgens was backstage because she was one of the other guest stars on the show. So me and Colin meet up with each other backstage. Everyone's drinking wine, everyone's just hanging out, like a nice kind of fun little after show, like hangout. We're just kind of standing face to face, and I'm like, so, and he just kind of out of nowhere goes, yeah, like long distance. And I'm like, whoa, like, yeah, like we went on like a TV Tinder date, but like I'm not looking to like don't worry, like I'm not looking to like have a full like boyfriend from this. I'm just looking to be friends. Like I think this is a really cool experience. Maybe we could just like stay in touch. Maybe hang out this weekend. And he was like, yeah, sure. So we exchanged some info. Yeah, and then I was on my way. He and I talked a little bit and like even sent a couple like kissy emojis back and forth. And then we didn't really talk after that. I still follow him, and I'm sure if he comes back to LA at some point, I'll probably hit him up and see if he wants to hang out, or maybe he'll hit me up. Because he was cute, and I think that we probably would have a lot of fun together in a more natural environment. That was my date with Colin Martin, and I hope you all liked it. If you want to hear more stories, definitely follow my channel, subscribe, like, all that stuff. I look forward to making more, and I hope you guys do too.